Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please do press that like button and please do subscribe. It helps my channel to grow and reach out to more people. Alexa, what's the time please?
The time is 9:55 a.m.
So I took Max out just now and we've come back from a walk around the Rochester Riverside field. How exciting, you're thinking. But just getting out, breathing in the fresh air, seeing the nature that's out there. Yesterday I saw the first robin redbreast of the year, and that's a Christmas bird, isn't it? A robin redbreast, but it's redbreast, and it's beautiful just seeing nature. I haven't been feeling well lately. I felt fucking awful last night and early this morning, and my mum cheers me up no end. So I went out feeling, came back feeling great. So we walked around Common Creek Wharf. Builders are about, as they would be, because they're building new build flats down in the Rochester area. They've built them down Corey's Road. They're naming more streets, and it's going to lead right into Chatham before long, hopefully. So the builders are building the school. There's a new school that should have been opened last year, but it's due to open this year now, I think. They had problems with finances in building it, the materials. So I got onto the field, a few people on there, not as many as yesterday. And remember that Jennifer had told me that she was an old bore. Her Jennifer was an old bore. And I'm not an old bore. Me, no, I love life. Even when I'm in pain, I'm trying to get out there and enjoy myself. Me, I'm not an old bore. Far from it. And, you know, there's nobody out there. She said she's an old bore. So I go out on the field, there's hardly anybody about, but I love that. I love it when there's nobody about, because I can let Max off the lead and he can run around and I can get some fresh air without suffocating. So I let him off the lead. He ran about. The guy with the green coat and the beanie hat and the dog that looks like a greyhound was on there. A couple of ladies, and as I came off the field, Mum had said she was an old bore. There was an old man sat in the window of the Costa Coffee with his thick black glasses like mine, because my mum Jennifer doesn't wear glasses, and he was reading his newspaper in Costa Coffee. Then walking past Costa Coffee was a man that looked like my father Derek, but smaller, like a midget, with grey hair in a ponytail. Again, thick black pair of glasses, looking like that as he was walking down the road at me. So a small midget gentleman that looked like my deceased father Derek was walking past Costa Coffee as I was making my way home down Corey's Road. Do I look like a boring old man? I do hope not. So I walked past the back of the flats. There's a Cleanscape van which cleans out the bins. And they're going into the flats down the road, not mine at the moment, with a yellow tube. And they clean the bins, Cleanscape. And he's got dark black hair and he's foreign and he's slim. Walk past him and I get just outside my flats, and there's a lady that lives at Foley Apartments, and she's got ginger hair like mine, and she had her thick black glasses on. So I was staring at my double, but she was a bit older. She's a very nice lady actually, I wrote about her in my diary, the ginger-haired lady from Foley Apartments that was in Marks and Spencer's while I was having a coffee by myself because my son was away. That's one of the times I've had coffee by myself. Marks and Spencer's, Strood. Lovely, nice place to have a cup of coffee when you're relaxing from doing a bit of shopping, which I don't do very often now because I haven't got the money to go shopping. So I just wanted to talk a bit about stirrers. Stirrers, people that stir. They get the old cauldron and the old witch's spoon and they stir trouble. So everything's nice and quiet, it's going at an even keel and you know, steady pace, and that's the way you like it. And out comes the witch's spoon and someone starts stirring, don't they? They don't like it nice and quiet and peaceful, and they need to stir things up a bit. And, you know, I love my mum. She's always been the same when I was a little girl. She likes to, like, gee you up a bit. It's boring. You're not doing anything. You're not in trouble. You're not in a prison cell. You're not getting, you know, off with anybody. It's boring. So she's an old bore. It's boring. Yeah, but I'd rather be safe I'd rather be safe and boring than in trouble and in a police cell. Because what used to happen at Victoria Road, I used to sit in the front living room looking out the window. That was my goldfish bowl then. And my mum would talk about Julie and Paul Preston. And my dad fancied Julie Preston, the lady next door, right? And it didn't make me jealous because Derek was my dad. She might have been jealous of this Julie, but I certainly wasn't. So she said to me, Julie and Paul aren't really together. Dad fancies Julie. And then Julie and Paul Preston would walk down the road past the house holding hands. And I thought, for a couple that aren't together, they really are. Also, my mum would, you know, my mum's elderly, and even now at the age of nearly 80, she speaks to the takeaway delivery drivers, the dustbin men, all the neighbours, and I'm not like that. I'm quiet and I'm reserved, and I don't push myself into other people's faces, and I don't hang my jugs out into their face either. I just, you know, people don't want that. They might look as if they do, but they don't. And they just think she's a lovely old darling, she's a nice old granny, and, you know, she used to make me cross, make me upset, and I used to do things that I didn't want to do because I felt I was being pushed into doing things. I was just sat there, I'd be sitting there just doing my balloon videos, reading, whatever, and my mum would like to stir trouble up. I don't think there's anything wrong if you want time out, you're reading a book, you're watching the telly, you're listening to the radio. People don't want you to stuff yourself into their face. I don't like it. There is a time and a place, if you know, to do that. If you're going to a party and you get a bit tipsy, yeah. People make excuses for bad behaviour, but I don't want to behave badly. I'm 54, I want to contribute to society. I want to make it better. I don't want to make it worse. So stirrers, they stir things up, but they don't do it themselves. They stir you up to cause trouble. They don't cause the trouble themselves. They don't go outside and start shouting and being a nuisance, but they get you to by stirring, causing trouble, calling you names, cajoling you, pushing you into things you don't want to do, and it stirs up shit with other people. So I'm quite happy as I am sat down. And in my opinion, my mother is not an old bore. She's got neighbours that talk to her. She talks to the bin men. She talks to anybody that comes to the door. She's not an old bore. So, my dad is dead. He's been dead since August 2021, Derek. And he sat in the chair and my mum looked after him like a baby. He didn't go out, he didn't do anything, and she just sat there and fed him like a baby, put his clothes on like a baby, put his slippers on like a baby. In fact, she helped turn him into that, making him feel like he was so ill he couldn't get up out of the chair, and then went before he hardly did. He just stayed in the chair and sat there. So you can also, by mollycoddling and, turn someone into a bore, can't you? You're sick, sit down, I'll do everything for you, and you just sit there and rot to death. So, I've taken Max out for a walk. I bumped into, it's right opposite that ginger-haired lady in the next block of flats to me. I don't feel like going out today. I'm recovering from a migraine. I've got a sore throat as well. Things aren't going to change while my mother keeps ringing me 4 times a day, upsetting me, are they? They're not going to change because she's going to put me off. She's not turning me on, as in making me feel I'm going to go outside and make friends with people. She's turning me off. She's putting me off everything with her words, her wording. She's an old bore. And then you start, what she's saying is going into my head. Right? It's not nice. There is no need to ring me 4 times a day. Last night she was worried about me, and today she hasn't spoken to me personally on the phone, and she's carrying on like everything's normal. When I wasn't very well last night, to be honest. So when someone is talking to you on the phone, not only do you hear the words they're saying, the sounds in the background, and what the noise is. It's like when you phone a doctor's surgery up or the police control centre and someone's laughing in the background. So, you seriously need a police car. You're being harassed and you're in danger because someone's harming you. And you pick up the phone. Hello, fire, ambulance, police. Police, please. Alright, I'll just put you through to the police. So, and the police call operator answers the phone. Hello, how can I help you? And in the background there's laughter. Hello, I've just been attacked. I can't breathe. And this is what went on a few years ago. Excuse me, is someone finding that funny? No, madam. Someone next to me is taking a funny phone call. Sorry. Oh, okay then. She said, don't take it personally, but sometimes people joke on the phone while we're taking emergency calls. Oh yeah, I'm suffering from domestic violence. I've just been attacked. I can't breathe and I've been locked out of my flat. Okay, we'll get a police officer out to you right away, madam. Thank you, bye. And the police, they came out and they came up the top of Lansdowne Court and they drove off. And I opened the door and I said, I need your help. I had to shout it out of the communal door. Right? So whatever you hear in a phone call can affect your mood. So if you're on the phone, phoning a doctor's surgery and you've got what sounds like giggling girls in the background. Did you hear what I did last night, Brenda? And you're trying to get through to a doctor or the police and you hear that in the background. It's not good, is it? Makes you feel horrible, not angry, but it makes you feel sick, ill and horrible that people answer the phone like that. So I'm going to get on with the rest of my day and the stirrers can mix their cauldron somewhere else. See you later.